2007 Lexus LS460. Maybe the cleanest one in the country. Who knows? Paint was wet sanded and ceramic coated by Exquisite Auto Spa in Elm Grove, Wisconsin. And it's not a normal 460. You see, I searched and searched and searched for years until I found the perfect executive seating edition with the ottoman. So the ottoman comes up. You can basically lay down, put your feet up. The seat goes way forward, farther than a normal one. So today we're tackling the common issue with the control arms on these. There's a lot of misinformation on them. So hopefully this will solve all problems and answer any questions. So first you'll see I already replaced the top ones. And it's important, you see my little markings right there. I basically marked the old one and then lined up the new one because you have to install these at normal ride height. Otherwise they're prone to twisting and ripping the rubber again. A lot of people just jack up the car and then the suspension extends out and then they bolt them in and then it accelerates the wear and tear on them. So you'll see right there. And in all actuality, there's really not much movement. Like if you jacked up the car, the mark on the control arm would maybe move down 1/4 of an inch or so. But if you hear rattling up front, knocking noises, a lot of people think it's the struts, the air struts, which also go out. But if yours aren't leaking any oil, you don't see any oil coming down the bottom. These are real easy to inspect, the control arms. You can just stick your hand in here. Let me see if I can do it. And if you shake these by hand, they'll flop around. These are real tight because they're brand new, but you'll get tons of movement on both sides of these. So those are already done. Once you install new ones, the first improvement you'll see is steering. The steering will be much tighter, firmer. You won't have loose steering because these bolt directly to the steering knuckle. So these are going to affect your steering feel in addition to obviously getting rid of the knocking noises. These typically last about 100,000 miles, give or take. Some people say 5,000, 10,000. No, it's the originals that were on there. The car is 118,000, and they were bad. But again, they lasted that long. So as long as you do the preload sequence on here, and make sure to buy original OEM arms. The Chinese arms that are like 40 bucks, they don't last. I also tried polyurethane, the press-in new bushings, and those tore, and they went bad after like 1,000 miles. So this is the second car I've done with original OEM arms. So far so good. Now the bigger problem are these lower control arms. So you'll see, you'll actually see, this is the sticker from last time they were replaced at like 60,000 miles. And you'll see already how the rubber is just coming out of there. And this is what you'll really notice. Low speed over bumps, you'll hear like a knocking noise, or it could sound like a bad strut, but in actuality it's either this arm or this front arm here, which we're also going to replace. Mine, again, these are replaced at like 60,000, and these are bad already. So two things, you also see like this is kind of stressing too, this rubber bushing here where the strut mounts through, that's kind of flexing downward. And same thing on this side. Sorry about that. Maybe even a little worse. I mean, that one's really going right there. You can see just the design of this arm is terrible. It's just a bushing and then a straight rod. But again, if the tech who installed this didn't torque this with the car on its on its wheels or tires, it's going to accelerate the the problem. So I don't know if it was done right, I don't know if it was done wrong, I have no idea. All I know is it's bad. So when you're replacing these, nobody's ever done this that I've found, but these arms are actually for 2013 and up, and you'll see the revised bushing here. It's got this new plate to support it, and I guess, you know, these aren't going to fail like the original ones did. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to need an alignment. We'll see. I'll just get some part numbers here for you. If you go to the dealer also and try to order, you know, new arms for your 07, 08, or 07 to 10 or whatever, 12, whatever the cutoff is, they're going to sell you the old arms. So here are the part numbers for the new arms: 48620, 5131, and then 48640, 5131. So these are for 13 and up. So people with like 2016 Lexus that talk about how nice the control arms are and suspension, well, they have these arms. Second, there was a TSB for low speed knocking, and if you brake low speeds, you hear knocking. That's related to this arm. This is also a revised part number. Again, same story though. If you order new arms for the 07, 08, they could potentially sell you the old ones again, even though there's a TSB with these. These are painted black. The old ones are silver. That's how you know if you have new ones or not. And again, these are for 2013 or 2012 and up. So these are the new arms, and these are the new arms. So part numbers on these: 48640, 59045. I think there was a 59035. There's a few different part numbers of these, but this is the most current part number for the 12 and up. This is the 48640, 59045. And then 48620, 59055. They must have improved something in this bushing up front. The next video, part 2, I'll probably compare the old ones with the new ones, and once they're off the car and everything. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's only a few bolts, and then you know, get it out and put the new ones in. But I'm hoping that this can help people, because there's some talk on the Club Lexus forum. Somebody in Russia like installed this arm, and you know, no one's really ever done it, I guess. But Lexus says, and they don't officially say that these fit 07 to, you know, the 07 to 12. I keep forgetting what the cutoff is. I don't know if it's 07 to 10 or 12. But they say this technically doesn't fit, but I'm sure it does, because all the other parts are the same between everything 07 and up. So we'll see. I accidentally crushed my pinky today. That hurts. So I'm going to try to get through this with that and see what happens with that. But crushed it in a door. Whew. All right. Yeah. So that's about it.